Okay, here's kind of a more top-down view. Now, some of the other mods that you can make to it, Michael Lim out of Malaysia, I want to say, and there are a couple other places that do a double belt pulley. So I haven't done this yet. I really want to. I'm a little bit reluctant. It's not a very expensive mod, but what you do is you take acetone, kind of spray it in this little hole here. This pulley is actually held down by some glue. So the acetone will dissolve the glue. You can pop this guy off and you can put on a dual belt pulley. And this helps with the stability. I haven't done it yet. I'd love to do it. Another mod that I made, going back to Groove Tracer, is this guy right here, which is the counterweight. So originally, and you're going to see this on a lot of Regas, is this guy here. So this is the original counterweight. Nice, good stainless steel counterweight, pretty heavy. But the problem with it is it's not very good with damping the resonance on the tone arm. So if you read online, a lot of folks recommend the underslung counterweights, and Groove Tracer happens to make a very good quality product that is underslung. Michelle, again, the guys who made my clamp, they also offer an underslung counterweight, which is very good. So, you know, that's what I recommend getting when you have the time. But regardless, even with this guy, it still sounds pretty good. But with this, yeah, you're going to hear a little more detail. You're changing the mass moment of inertia. You're changing your center of mass on your tone arm. So let me talk about the Rega feet for a minute. So my turntable, of course, is the P324, which is no longer being manufactured. The feet that you find on the lower end models are these guys, the rubber feet. What they do is they go through, and you got a simple wood screw that goes through the center here, and you get 3 feet. And so I was curious, what if I made modifications to the feet, what would it do to my turntable? I came across a guy that had a bunch of spare Rega P9 feet, which at the time was their highest level turntable. And I'm like, well, heck, if it's P9 and it's going for $5 grand at the time, hey, that's got to be good. So here is the P9 foot. So this is aluminum, but take a look. Hey, that looks pretty familiar. And lo and behold, I take this off. Take a look at that. And this is the footer, and this is what you get. It was really a disappointing modification. I didn't notice that much play in it at all. And so, you know, this is not something I recommend. You know, you've seen Tudor's videos. You really, he showed that, hey, you want it on a cone. You want the vibration not to travel upwards, but you want it to, you want the vibration, any vibration, to go downwards and not come back up. So let me show you what I did with my feet now. Rather than turn the table over, here's a shot of the feet that I have in place today. These are spiral groove feet. They make feet that they say is for a Rega. The problem that I had with the screws that came in these feet is that they were not wood screws. These screws were machine screws, so big difference. So, and the screws themselves had a higher diameter, or a bigger diameter, and I was a little bit frustrated when I got them. So that meant I had to drill into the plinth here to make these feet work. These feet essentially operate like a diode, and so energy will travel down, but it will not travel back up. The bottom is made out of carbon, and the top here is made out of aluminum, and it's bonded here. Now, supposedly you can even make mods to these feet, which I'm considering. You can put sorbethane down at the bottom to further absorb any vibration, but you know, putting these feet on, yes, I did hear a difference, but it's not an upgrade that I'd recommend. The upgrade that I do recommend first is upgrading your sub platter. Again, that's the one that made the biggest difference for me. Another upgrade which I'd like to make, which I'll show a picture of here up above, is there's a bunch of companies that make aftermarket tonearm mods, and the one that I've been looking at is an Audiomod arm. They're a little bit pricey. I probably won't be getting it immediately, but it is a upgrade that I'd like to make eventually. So these are the RCA leads coming out of the Rega P324. I don't know what they have on some of the higher model turntables, of course, but with these, they're really well shielded. You get gold-plated connectors, which is really nice. Now, what I don't like about Rega is they take the ground wire and they integrate it into the leads here. If you look at higher-end manufacturers and some of the other manufacturers, you get a dedicated ground or earth lead, and you can get a mod for this. You actually have to rewire your tone arm, which you have to do some soldering and desoldering, which I don't know what your soldering skills are like, but I don't solder that often, so I don't trust myself to do it. So I'm content to live with this for a while. Again, you know, this sounds really good. I can't complain, and it's not a mod that, you know, I'm eager to make. You know, if I decide otherwise down the line, then I do it. But it's one of the drawbacks to Rega is this are their RCA leads. So I got my phono preamp plugged in here. I'm going to hit power here, and you're going to be able to pick up the hum. So I'm cranking it up to about 90%, and I'm not sure if you're picking that up, but this is the noise that you get when you're using this unit here. Again, I'm not a fan of this, but you know, at regular listening levels, this is 75%. It's not bad, but you know, if you want to turn it up to the proverbial 11, and you get to a silent part on a song, yeah, you're going to hear it. I mean, it's not too distracting. Now, the other thing that I've noticed with this guy, because you know, this is not well shielded, it's not grounded. If I hit power now, you get a short little power spike that the speakers pick up. So one of the things that, you know, I do like about the Blara unit, not a very expensive unit, is it has a mute button. So I hit the mute and then I power the guy off, so I do not get that spike going through my speaker. One other thing to comment on about the Regas, which is nice, you don't get this with all hi-fi turntable manufacturers, is this one comes with a dust cover. So I think the Projects and the Regas, their stock models do come with a dust cover, which is nice. And the nice thing about the dust cover is you can easily just pop it off like that. And what I found is the turntable, again, dampen that resonance and the vibrations through the system. I play it with the turntable cover off. It sounds better with the turntable cover off. Hey all, one more thing that I wanted to mention about the Rega turntables. I don't care if you're purchasing the most expensive that they offer today, which is the RP10. All Rega tables, at least in the United States, have a tendency to run fast. Now, how fast? It's probably a hair over 33.3 RPM or 45 RPM. It's not really noticeable at all, at least I don't. You can get stuff to control it. Now, just to show you, so this is a nice free app that you can get for your iPhone called iRPM. And just to show you how fast my turntable runs, I'm going to set this right on top of my clamp, hit power here, and we'll see. So you can see that, you know, mine is dancing right around 33.5, 33.6. So, you know, it is relatively stable. It's not as jerky. I think this is a part of the calibration of the iRPM, but as you can see here, 33.6, 33.7 on average. That's what I see with my turntable.